everybody had a great week. We are ready to get started. Let me see if I can't get this to get a bit more inclined here. Sorry, everybody, I'm trying to fix the camera. How do you have something small and heavy like that flashlight?
Not too terribly heavy. Hold on 1 second. I want it.
Nope, that works.
Go ahead.
Just needed something to hold it up. All right, let's get everybody on here. When you come on, make sure you say hello on the chat so I'll know you're here. Hey, we had one on, but then they left.
We're still a bit early, though.
No, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Typically, it really doesn't get started until like 9:15, right?
No, it starts at 9. So once everybody gets on here, we will get started. Hey, Beth. Beth's the first one tonight. Beth's the first one to say something tonight. Somebody else was on, but then they left. Hey, can I have a cup?
Yeah.
Get everybody on and get this thing started. I think John's going to be a little bit late tonight because he was working. Remember, when you come on, say hello so I'll know you're here. That's the only way I know you're here, if you say hi on the chat. And we will get started. Pour my whiskey. I mean Coke. How was everybody's week? Everybody have a good week? I still feel like this needs to go back more. Yeah, I like that. Then this needs to go forward some more. Oh, too much.
You need ambient lighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trying to get all this set up. Are you guys seeing anything? I'm not seeing anything as far as chats go. Yeah, that's better. Say hello again, Beth. Check this thing out, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Why is there 5 people on and only 1 like? I promise it's going to be a good show. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hey, do you have your phone? Will you go on and see if it shows you chats? It's not showing me chats. It usually pops up when someone says anything, but no one's saying, either they're not saying anything or it's not showing it. Y'all know that we're going to continue our series tonight on conspiracy theories. I promised you guys that we would have Joey on tonight instead of just on the phone. We'd have his mug on screen, that he was either going to be via satellite or live. He is going to be live. So it's going to be a great show. Looking forward to tonight. How's everybody's week going? Everybody had a good week? I'm not seeing comments for some reason. I think we're going to have to use yours. Can you bring yours when you come? Maybe you can get it on so we can use yours for comment. Or we could use the laptop that she had. Hey, Steph.
Yeah, we need technical help.
He's under the door.
Huh?
Look, he's at the door. He's like, I know you're in there.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to.
We need technical help. So y'all just keep your comments coming. We'll catch up with that. I can't see comments for some reason on the phone tonight. So we're going to have to, usually they'll pop up as they come in, but for some reason it's not doing that. So we will see comments in just a moment. Y'all keep your comments coming. We will catch up. I'll go back and look at them as soon as we get that set up. And so that way you won't be just talking to yourselves. You'll be talking to us. I hope y'all have your conspiracy questions, comments, and concerns ready. That way we can really dive deep into it. That little laptop you had, can we pull up YouTube on the show so we can see comments?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason it's not showing me comments on the phone. I don't know why. They're on there because Beth said something. I have to actually touch the phone, but every time I touch it, it moves. So if I keep doing that throughout the show, it's gonna mess it up, mess up the camera position. We will start with our prayer list. I have 2 unspoken prayer list or prayer requests. Also, keep my family and in your prayers. We lost my aunt this morning, earlier today. She passed away. So keep your Charles family in your prayers, especially her children, Glenn and Alicia. They're mourning pretty bad. It was a shock. So y'all keep them in your prayers. Keep Beth and Tom in your prayers as well. Beth has been recovering from her breathing issues. She and I share that debilitating disability. So she and I both. So keep me in your prayers too. I've been having to do inhalers and treatments quite a bit here lately. Also keep John and Michelle in your prayers. They're still trying to rebuild their life after the fire. That's an ongoing thing. You know, that's something that just doesn't get fixed in a day. It's something that it's ongoing. So keep them in your prayers. Also, Joey and Stephanie. Joey will be joining us shortly. Keep them in your prayers too. They have gotten settled in finally in their new place, but they still have a little ways to go to get everything back on track. So keep them in your prayers as well. I'm probably forgetting somebody. Keep Paramom in your prayers. She had a bit of a tumble not long ago, and she's had some back and shoulder pain. So keep her in your prayers as well. And her having to do the animals and everything is really getting to her. So keep her in your prayers as well. And if anybody else has any requests, please definitely pop them up. I know John and Michelle's mom, John and Michelle Bowen, her mom was taken to the hospital today. So keep her in your prayers as well. I saw that earlier on our team chat. So let's keep them in your prayers as well. And I'm sure you guys are throwing up some right now that I just can't see, and I apologize, but I will get to them shortly. And then we'll come back to that, and I'll mention them on there. If you do have a prayer request that you do not want to put up on the screen, that you don't want to say out loud here, you can email John at jbowen.capi at gmail.com, I think it is. Isn't that right? Isn't that our emails? jbowen.capi at gmail.com. And if he's on, he can throw that up there as well. And we'll add them to our list. We do have a list. We do keep track of our prayer requests, and we do pray for them because we are a team that believes in the power of prayer. I'm here to be able to do this show because of prayer. I have several family members that are still with us today because of prayer. So definitely keep that going. Our prayer warriors, and he's coming to tell on you. So, uh-oh, the cat's fighting back. Okay, cool. Here we go. We've got our, just have a stand? No. All right, but we do have our comments now. Thank goodness. Let me check out the comments real quick. Beth says hello. Cora says hello. Hey, Cora. I may have to go get my glasses. Hey, Lydia. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. Can you see me? Yes, I can see you, Beth. Hello, Game One. Hi, welcome to the show. I'm going to have to be looking this way a little bit tonight because I'm going to have to do the show and look at comments on a different device.
Joey, why don't you read the comments while he's talking?
We're currently at a hotel in Dothan for the night, so my Wi-Fi may be iffy, but I'm here. Awesome, Emo Girl. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself down in Dothan, Alabama. That's an awesome place to visit. Great week, thank you. Hope you did. Awesome, Beth. I'm glad you had a great week. I did too. I had a really good week. It was full of work. I worked 6 days this week. I'm usually work 5, but I worked 6 this week because I needed the money. So had a okay week. I hope everyone had a good weekend though. Awesome, Cora. Just an okay week. I'm sorry, but that's better than a bad week, right? I've worked every single Sunday for months. Hey, Morgan, I didn't see you pop in. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Add a family member of mine to your list. Her son died yesterday. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. No parent should ever have to go through that. That is awful. I'm so sorry. And if I get these wrong, I'm sorry. I'm going to get my glasses in just a little bit. The Ray family. Okay, everybody keep the Ray family in your prayers. They lost their son this past week. That's horrible. Hey, Michelle Heron. Michelle says Morgan is listening through my phone. Awesome. My best friend Amber's mother needs as many as you can give for her. She got some bad news and will be talking to her doc tomorrow about it. Okay, absolutely. Amber's mom got some bad news from the doctor, so we're going to be adding her to the prayer list as well. My nephew is having surgery tomorrow. Keep in your prayers. Absolutely. Michelle Heron's nephew is having surgery tomorrow. Oh, look at there. Holy crap, I didn't know I could do that. I just made the screen go bigger, so now I can really see the comments. That's awesome. I love this thing. I need one of these.
Sorry, we're doing some adjustment here.
Yep, it's doing some technical adjustment. Hey, that'd be better. It's heavier.
No.
Push it. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so now I can see your comments, so y'all keep them coming. Any questions you might have tonight? Now we are doing a series on conspiracy theories, but as always, this is still a paranormal show. And yes, conspiracy series does tie into the paranormal. They've been married together for years, so we do different series and this one was suggested a while back, and so I'm glad that we are able to do this one as our first one for the year, for the season. But if you have any paranormal questions, well, no matter what they are, whether it pertains to the paranormal or conspiracy theories or anything like that, you guys can shoot them out there, no problem. We will get them answered for you, I promise. Hey, John, welcome aboard, buddy. John always comes in and says, beautiful CAPI family. And Joey is thirsty as hell.
Oh, I need a hoodie.
Hey, Macy.
So do you, man.
Right?
I need a hoodie so do you.
Right? Joey keeps coming in and out. Every time you walk this way, we can see you in the glass. It's the Joseph man.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Everybody say, hey, Joey. Look at that. Look, that's much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Heck a lot better.
Actually, that reminds me.
John says, sticks.
What'd you do my glasses?
John gave Joey a nickname. We all have nicknames on the team. And John gave Joey a nickname not long ago, Sticks. And it's so appropriate too.
I can't remember why he gave me that name.
Beth says, hey. Emo girl says, hey, Joey. Everybody's saying, hey, Joey.
Yeah, I'm looking up there, right in front of my face.
He had to get his glasses because he's an old man.
I'm getting there really quick.
All right, you got to scoot a little bit. Come back closer to me a little bit. There you go. Awesome. 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 All right, let's talk coming events. What do we got coming up? We got CAPI camp coming up in February, but nobody else can come. We're full. We are full to the gill. We can't fit anybody else in. Emo girl says, camp. The river of the underworld, the river Styx.
Okay, gotcha.
John's too smart for his own good. I'm telling y'all, you got to know John. If he had a brain, he'd take it out and play with it. But obviously he's really smart, so he does have a brain, so he does take it out quite a bit and play with it, and the musical group. Yeah, that plays in with Joey really good. That was an awesome. All of our nicknames really kind of play into what we do and what we are. Like Beth is the real boss, because she really is the real boss. I'm supposed to be, but she took that honor from me 10 minutes after she started.
Really?
But,
10 minutes?
Yeah, it took her 10 minutes because she wasn't doing that job. She was being interviewed for another job. She was actually being interviewed for
Safety security manager?
no, what Stephanie's doing now.
Oh, okay.
Our public relations, stuff like that. But after we talked to her, Corey and I, we talked to her, was like, dude, she would make like the best case manager in the world. And we wouldn't kid. We hit that nail right on the top of its head because she has been the best freaking case manager we've ever had. That's a fact. She's been amazing. I couldn't imagine doing this without her. I don't want to. But yeah, we do have camp coming up February 3rd through the 5th, but this one's full. But now John and I have already been talking about setting up another camp. We try to do them throughout the year as much as possible. So if you haven't already RSVP'd and gotten your slot in for February, don't worry about it. We're going to be doing another one probably as soon as March or April is what John and I were talking about last time. We talked about CAPI camp upcoming at CAPI camp. So probably April-ish, around in that time, we're going to be doing another one. And I'm thinking probably Lake Payne area. When we went there before, and it was really nice. I don't know if you did or not, did you?
I didn't go to that one.
But it was
might have
really
been before me.
It may have been, but yeah, it was really, really good. We had a blast there. Polar Bear actually found that one for us and suggested it, and we went there. We went there for a day and talked to the curator and saw the grounds and just had a good time. And then said, yeah, we definitely got to do a CAPI camp here, and then we did one not long after that. We will be. I don't know if Lake Payne is going to definitely be the spot this year or not. We'll find out. But just be ready and go ahead. John's already got people RSVPing for the next Cappy Camp
Man.
that we haven't even set a time, date, or place for yet. So that's how that's how popular Cappy Camp's getting. People are already starting to sign up for that one. Late April, early May. There you go. Yeah, April, early May, we'll be doing another one. Sometime in that, I said March, April, May, we're around in that time. So don't worry about it if you can't come this time. Another one's right around the corner. So don't worry about it. We do Cappy Camp all throughout the year. Because we have so much fun. We've never done a Cappy Camp. Have you ever gone to a Cappy Camp and said afterwards, you said you wish you just stayed home that weekend?
No, couldn't.
No, either. I mean, it's nobody wants to leave is what it is. John and I always talk about just about every Cappy Camp. John and I are usually the last two to leave. And we always talk about sitting there that Sunday after we've helped everybody pack up and we've done packed up and we're sitting there, eating the last of the hot dogs or chewing on some graham crackers or something like that and just shooting the breeze. And we're always talking about excuses that we can call in to work for the next day, that Monday, so that we can stay an extra day because we don't want to go home. But yeah, after that, just like John has just said, the CAPI meet and greet is March 11th at Chubb Fathers in Alabaster. Guys, I want to let you know something. Friday, I was in Alabaster working. I was in the Birmingham area working, and I had to go to Alabaster. And I'm driving down the main street, which is Highway 31, straight through Alabaster there. And I look over to my left. I'm going towards 65 to go to Birmingham. And I look over to my left, and I see Chubb Fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, 10 minutes before that, I was just sitting there saying to myself that I was hungry. And I said, a Chubb Fathers cheeseburger and fries would go down really good right now. So that's what I did. I pulled into Chubb Fathers. I ran inside. I said, everybody, hi. They already knew me as Paranormal Johnny. They're super nice. Guys, when you walk into this restaurant, whether it be the Alabaster or the Pelham restaurant, when you walk in there, even if it's your very first time ever going in there, you've never been in there before, they've never laid eyes on you, no one's ever met you or anything like that. When you walk into that restaurant, it is like walking into a room full of best friends. It really is. They all talk to you. They say, hey, they're like, how you doing? How's your day? I mean, they talk to you like they've known you forever, even before they know your name. And the cream on top of that awesome experience is the food that goes with that service. Professionalism and friendliness and welcoming and everything is amazing. The only thing that I did not like, I got to put a little negative in there. If you're going to talk positive, you got to throw a little negative in there too.
Okay, let's hear it.
The only thing I didn't like, and I hate to say this because I love Will and I love Stephanie and I love Chubb Fathers and everything, but the only thing that I didn't like is that when I ordered a cheeseburger, they only brought me one out.
Well, you said you ordered a cheeseburger.
I know, but they could have thrown another one in there. I mean, I would have.
No, they
If I
followed
would've
the
been cooking
directions
for
to the
Johnny.
T. I want a
I know
cheeseburger.
Johnny.
That's
I know
singular.
Johnny. If I would have ordered a cheeseburger and I was fixing a cheeseburger for Johnny, I would have said to myself, this is one hungry fat guy. He's going to want more than one
The
damn
next
burger.
time you need to get their okra in the cheeseburger.
I don't like okra though.
You don't like that okra?
Okay, I might try that then. I do not like okra at all, but Stephanie said she's been there and she tried the okra. And instead of getting the fries next time, I might get the fried okra, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I might do that. I might try the fried
It is
okra. And I don't like okra, but I'm going to try it.
battered something.
If it was anywhere else than Chubb Fathers and someone said, try this, and I'm like, well, I don't eat that. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of it. I would just say, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't like it. I'll get the fries. I know the fries taste good, but if it was anywhere else, that's what I would say. But because this is Chubb Fathers, I would definitely, I'm going to try it because everything there is so much better than.
Hey, didn't we go there one time and we got like a seafood sampler platter?
No.
Oh,
They
that
do
was with-
seafood there, I think, too.
That was with somebody else.
They do hoagies, they do po' boys, they do barbecue, they do cheeseburgers, they do wings, everything. I mean, it's an amazing place to eat. And I want to make something really clear that I didn't say before. Chubb Fathers does not sponsor this show or CAPI in any way whatsoever. I don't get paid to say the good things about Chubb Fathers. I say them because they're true, and I want you guys to go check them out. If you don't get a chance to go there between now and March, shame on you. But if you don't, come March 11th at 6 p.m. to Chubb Fathers in Alabaster. The address is 1207 First Street North, which is Highway 31, Alabaster, Alabama 35007. Go there, check them out. You're not going to regret it. I promise you. The food is phenomenal. Okay. 205-685-0950, 205-685-0950 is the number. Y'all give them a holler. Tell them you heard about them on CAPI Live. And they're not going to give you any discount or anything like that because you heard about them on CAPI Live, but they're going to just fall in love with you when you tell them that. So go there, check them out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And then come back because the food was so good. You're going to want to come back. Make sure when you come back, do it on March the 11th so that you can be there for the CAPI meet and greet. You get to see all of us there. You get to meet the team, talk to the team, eat with the team, make new friends, see old friends. It's amazing. You will not regret it. So we definitely want to see you guys. Everybody out there, whether you live in Alabaster, Birmingham, Millbrook, or Timbuktu, come March the 11th to Alabaster, to Chubb Fathers, 1207 First Street North. Because we want you to see you guys there.
Yeah.
And let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
Hola.
Hey. Who that? What are those?
Everybody, that's my daughter Macy. If you didn't
Yeah,
know,
that's Macy.
the youngest member
They've
of
met
the
Macy
team.
before. Yeah, the youngest member of the team. One of the youngest members to ever be on the team. Matter of
Maybe.
fact. How old is she?
14.
Oh, yeah. She's one of the, I think we've had one other 14-year-old. I think probably Dakota's going to take the
I'm sure.
reign because she's waiting to turn 12. Every day, just about, she asks me about, when will I be 12? When will I be 12? She's still got a year and a half left, but yeah, she's going to be starting when she's definitely 12. Actually, Corey will always hold that title as being the youngest because he was like 8 when he started. Yeah. Thinking of changing the name of CAPI Meet and Greet to CAPI Family Reunion. Oh, cool. I wouldn't have a problem with that. That's a pretty cool name. CAPI Family Reunion. I'm so excited. I love camp. Me too, Emo Girl. I saw Emo Girl in Preston the other day, and then her Emo Girl's best friend. We Pear Mom and I had stopped to get some dinner at Longhorns, and Emo Girl was there with her husband Preston and everything, and we got to speak with them, and that's the first thing that we talked about was camp. So we can't wait to go to camp, and I certainly can't wait to go to camp. Oh my God, could I have one of those?
Thank you.
Oh my God, I love Stephanie so much. Don't wait till March 11th. Show Will and Stephanie. Go by and give them a CAPI family hug. Absolutely. Don't wait till March 11th. That's what I want you guys to do. Between now and March 10th, 2023, I want you guys to go to Chubb Fathers, eat the food, enjoy the atmosphere, make some new friends, and then when you come back on the 11th, you can say, "Hey friends, I'm back," and they'll already know you. So yeah, don't wait till then. Go. You're gonna want to go. I promise you. The food is just, and I'm not. I wish that there was a way that I could portray to what it. I love cheeseburgers. That's spaghetti, lasagna, pizza, and cheeseburgers are my favorite foods. That's my 4 food groups, and I love them. I love cheeseburgers so much. The only thing I could eat from now to the rest of my life is cheeseburgers. I'd be cool. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that. And I've had cheeseburgers all over the world, and I love them everywhere. And I've had certain places that I've always called my best. But the first time I ate a Chubb Fathers cheeseburger deluxe, that's what it was, a cheeseburger deluxe. Everything was so cheap. You get a drink, cheeseburger, fries for under $20. And I mean, it was really good. You can give them a $20 bill and still make a good tip. So when I ate that, I said, okay, I just found my most favorite cheeseburger joint ever. And it's not a cheeseburger joint either. That's the funny part is that's not what they have a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said earlier, they have po' boys and Phillies and wings and all kinds of stuff. So y'all come check them out. Absolutely.
What are we talking about?
Chubb Fathers.
Where?
In Alabaster, 1207 First Street North, Alabaster, Alabama. Their phone
What's
number
that
is
name again?
Chubb Fathers. Go see
okay.
Will and Stephanie at Chubb Fathers. The phone number is 205 205-685-0950. All right, 205-685-0950. Definitely go check them out. You know, I need to get Will to sponsor this show.
You should.
We talk about it like every
Yeah.
freaking show. We talk about show authors.
You just want sugar, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's it. Did you already put it in?
Can I get another?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, emo girl went. She said it was delicioso. John's driving home. Awesome, John. All right, so I think that's it for coming events for now. Y'all just keep your ears to the grindstone about the next CAPI camp. We will be announcing that very soon, probably within days after this next CAPI camp, the February 3rd through 5th. Probably within days after that, we'll be announcing the next CAPI camp, and that's really annoying.
What's up?
There. That's better.
There we go.
It keeps making me look that way.
And there's a
Not that I don't want to
there's
see
a
your
bit of a
face.
delay.
Yeah, that's what's making it kind of grab my attention because there's a delay, and I'm like, why is his head moving this way when he's looking that way?
Mhm. Oh yeah. Plus the image is reversed.
Right, right. All right, so I think that's it. John, if there's anything else that I didn't get, that's the only bad part about it right there. I have to do it. It'll go down and it'll go up when there's something down there. We're learning. I've never had to do this before, but because usually it's right here.
Mhm.
Usually all the comments are right there, but for some reason it's not doing it tonight. If you touch it, it will, but we can't keep touching the phone. So, all right, so I think that's it. I think it's prayer request, upcoming events. Let's get started with the show. We got a really big shoe.
Yep.
Got a really big shoe. Who is that? You don't know, do you? You're too young to know.
Could be a bad impression.
It was a very bad impression.
All right. Who was it?
Lauren or Ed Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah, he would always say, "We got a really big shoe, a really big shoe." It sounded like he was talking about he had a big shoe. Got a really big shoe. He's the one that wouldn't let him film Elvis below his his chest because they didn't want to see him gyrating.
They want to see it.
But then he drove everybody crazy with his lip.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, so let's get started. Last week we talked about, what all did we talk about last week?
Well, we kept it pretty light last week.
We did
It was
keep it
a
light.
celebrity conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I think we did some Star Wars. And,
Well, it was more just like trivia.
yeah,
I really don't know that much about it.
prayers for my mother-in-law. I did add her to the prayer list before you came on, John, but yes, thank you. She's having some heart issues. This is John and Michelle Bowen's, Michelle's mom, John's mother-in-law. She's at UAB with having some heart issues, but I did put her on the list for you as well, just before you came on. Thought it was good, sounded like him. Well, thank you, Insane. Thank you. Somebody appreciates me.
Oh, I do. All right, people. So
really make sure.
let's dive a little bit deeper and darker this week. Let's
Really make sure. Really make sure. Really make sure. He was always like that. I don't know. It's like his arms, his elbows were attached to his side for some reason. He was like a T-Rex man. He couldn't. Really make sure.
I never really paid that kind of attention to it.
Really make sure. But okay, stop that. Insane made my head go, so I had to go back to it. So first of all, before we dive deep into this rabbit hole, I like to call it an anthill because there's so many different paths and stuff that we can go down. But before we dive into that, I want to say personally, thank you so much, Joey, for joining me on the show. Squirrel. But thank you so much for joining me, man. This is awesome. I'm glad that you've opened up your home and your time and everything to put this together and everything. I know we tried to get you on last week, and YouTube has some new rules and regulations. I don't know. What did they send the FBI to your house and talk to you or something during that 24 hours? I mean, you had to wait. I don't know if they were vetting you or.
No.
Do you have a cousin call up and say, hey, why is the FBI here asking about?
No, I've pretty much been clear on everything I ever requested. So
Okay, so no one asked about you smoking in the boys' room in
No.
5th grade or anything like that?
no, I was already a pack and a half a day by 5th grade.
Yeah,
So.
me too. Me too. Me too.
But I don't know
Cigarettes.
why. Just
Not
I had to.
cigarettes,
It
but-
did like a 24-hour countdown before I could stream. So I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that is either. I don't know. It could be, there's like a waiting period when you buy a gun. Maybe it was to give you that time to
I
calm
always
down,
got mine
maybe.
right then and there.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, they do.
I've never done
do
that.
the check, but
Yeah.
then yeah, I never had that wait period. So
I didn't either. Oh, and John says thanks, Joey.
you're welcome, John.
John's so awesome. We love him to death. He's a big old squishy. Wasn't that his nickname at one time? Big Squishy? Or that may have been Brian.
I've never called him that. He's a
Big
big guy.
squishy.
I wouldn't call him that.
Big Squishy. All right. Now it's Big John.
Yeah, Big John.
Big Bad John. All right, so my 50 free coins are ready. Awesome. Let me just clue it in. Nope, it's not on here yet. It was on there though. Okay. It'll come up.
All right.
Let's get started with the shoe.
What you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it
A
to you guys.
little bit heavier than last
And then
week.
we'll bring, let's do some really in there stuff, kind of. Let's get that proverbial caca to hit the rotating air producer. Let's really get it in there. Shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I get it.
You get it?
Yeah,
You
I got it.
I'll just make
Denver
sure.
International Airport.
Okay, Denver International Airport. All right. Oh,
Uh-oh.
don't do that. Are we dying? Oh,
All right.
Yeah, we're still good.
Oh, hold up.
It is at 20% though. Do we have
Go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
Were you able to do anything with the Denver? No, I wasn't either. Talk to us a little bit about that, John. Tell us something about the Denver International Airport. Denver Airport. Denver. I can't say it. Denver International Airport. I did it. Boom. Told you I could do it. In your face, man. Denver International Airport. Look it up. Talk to us about it, John. Tell us something about it that where we can go on there, and we'll also look it up too. Boom, boom, boom. What is the theory on the Denver International Airport, John, that you're bringing up? I know there's a little bit of delay. Y'all, this is the best coffee in the world. If y'all want some good coffee, come to Stephanie's. It's a little place in Alabaster. It's really good. Y'all come check it out. Watch it be on the bottom, isn't it?
Might be.
There may be enough room though. It is. It's right there.
Let me see if I
It's
can.
it actually kind of looks like a seaport, but I could be wrong. Okay, they have a plaque dedicated to the New World Order. Okay, the NWO. You just walked in there trying to find a charger. Hey, you know where a charger is for this?
It's a regular iPhone charger.
It is right. It's not C. Okay. Well, that's good. That's better then. Having a little technical problems here, guys. Just give us a sec. Our only source to see your comments is dying. It's falling by the wayside.
It was just one here.
It was mine. I had to take it.
He says they have a plaque dedicated to the New World Order there, Joey.
Really?
So we can talk some about that,
All right.
about the New World Order.
What does the New World Order want to do with the world?
There were stories of a bathroom urinal for very tall people.
very tall people.
Mm-hmm. People's in parentheses.
Okay.
At the Fever International Airport. I think he meant Denver. That was insane disappearances. A bathroom urinal for very tall people. What was it, like way up on the, like real, like farther up on the wall? Or is it one of those that goes from way up all the way down? I knew what you meant. Insane. I got you. The Fever International Airport. Some people, when they're going to the airport, they're going to have a fever. That's a fact. Especially nowadays. It's a very scary experience. Very, very scary experience. Way up and down. Okay. I've seen those before. Where they're like way up and all the way down to the floor, and then they curve out into the floor. So for talls or grays. I didn't think they had genitals though. Protruding genitals.
I'll be back, Ross. I'll be right there.
They have a demonic horse statue in the front of the airport with glowing red eyes.
A demonic horse.
That's what he says. I've heard something about that. I was thinking it was the train station, the famous train station though. Part of the statue fell and killed the artist that created it. Oh, wow. Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, who knows?
Here's a conspiracy. We have 58,000 devices that take charge cords, and you get one when you buy these devices. But when you need one, you
Can't find it.
one anyway.
I have one in the car, but it's a C. Hey, somebody run us a charger over here real quick. Somebody run a charger over here to us really fast. Come on, bring a charger. Just a regular type USB charger. Somebody do that? It's not that far, baby. It's really not. Still no up.
Call it technical support.
We're down to 18%.
Okay, well.
But it's going slow, so we're good. And if push comes to shove, we can use like your phone or something.
Okay. Well, actually, I tried it, and mine was doing the same thing your phone was.
Oh, got you. But this is really nice here, so hopefully we'll find the charger. All right, so they have a demonic horse statue in the front of the airport with glowing red eyes. And bathroom urinals for very tall people. It's one of those that goes from like halfway up the wall all the way down to the floor and then out. And they have a plaque dedicated to the New World Order.
Hey, where you at? I need a charge cord. iPhone charge cord. Where's that at?
We're looking. But so the New World Order,
All right, thank you.
they it's exactly what it says, the New World Order. They want to change pretty much everything, including currency. There are rumors underground bunkers for all the world leaders. Yeah, they're not just the Denver airport, but there's other airports too that have that. That is not conspiracy. I mean, it's definitely true. It's not just the Denver airport on that. It's a lot of the different airports. I know JFK and Dulles and Love in Texas and Dallas. That big one in LA as well. Thank you. Have bunkers. Yep. That's perfect. That's getting it. I think I should have done this though. Yeah, like that.
So urinals for really tall people. I got to go back to that for a second.
Okay.
What if they're not really tall people, just kind of really underendowed males?
Is that really a disability?
I wouldn't say it's a disability, but I mean, I guess it'd be
I
cheaper
think,
to manufacture urinals that didn't have to go all the way to the floor.
I think 20 million women would disagree with that.
Oh,
Probably.
maybe.
Bless their hearts.
Why
What would they use?
one international airport? Why would they do this at Denver?
Just the Denver airport? I don't know. I have heard about the horse and the plaque, though. I didn't know anything about the urinals. I've never been to the Denver International. Have you?
No.
I haven't either. I mean, I've been to Denver, but I've never been to the airport there. I've never flown in or out of Denver. I've flown in and out of a lot of places in the U.S., but not. I don't think I've ever flown in and out of Denver. I've flown in and out of Atlanta before. Of course, if you go in anywhere, there's a 2-hour delay in Atlanta when you're going to hell or heaven. So,
Well, I thought hell was the Greyhound bus station in Atlanta. I've been there many, many times.
that does, yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That
But
place sucks.
but I do like what he said about the bunkers, the underground bunkers,
Mhm.
for world leaders. I know, excuse me, that's been a theory for a long time, and it's not just a theory, but it's actually true.
No, I've seen a documentary on.
Yeah, most of them, because you never know where a president or vice president or congressman or senate or whatever the case may be, Speaker of the House, whoever, you never know where they're going to be.
Mhm.
You know, their schedules are so crazy, and they're either going home to their prospective state, or they're going to the back to Washington, or going to this city to visit to do this speech or whatever. So you never know where they're going to be, and a lot of the airports do have bunkers to where wherever if something happens, they have to be able to go to the nearest airport and land. And if it's nuclear or catastrophic natural disaster or something like that, they have to be able to get, it would be unrealistic for them to be able to fly straight to Washington, or to Virginia, or to Philadelphia to get into a bunker somewhere. So that they have to have them all over the.
Talking about like Air Force One.
So, yeah, like Air
See,
Force
that was
One. You
always
never know
told us-
where it's going to be, so it has to be able to fly somewhere to get, that dignitary, whether it be a president, a senator, whatever, to that bunker. That's why they have them, in a lot of different places.
I was under the understanding that if something like that happened for the president and he was on Air Force One at the time, Air Force One would stay in the air as long as possible, mid-air, in air
Yeah.
refuels and
Well, it's not just for the president though; it's for like the cabinet, everything.
sense,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, Air Force One is equipped to where it can stay in the air for very long periods of time, and even refueling is not a problem because they do that up there too.
yeah.
So there's always, if I can remember this correctly, there's always one tanker, 4 jets, and a I can't remember what they call it. What do they call the recon plane with the big dish on the top of it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's a communication hub / spy plane.
Yeah, there's always, wherever Air Force One is, there's always those also
it flies
within
with a
close
bit of an
vicinity.
entourage.
Yeah. When you see the president coming down the road and they blocked up all the streets, and you're cussing the current administration because you can't get to work on time or get to the liquor store in time or whatever because of all this stuff, is that motorcade there. There's also a motorcade in the sky too that flies as well. So if you look up the murals that are throughout the airport, they are very, very disturbing. They depict a great war and it into peace. I don't know what he was trying to say there, but I think I get what he's saying. Yeah. And we're going to have to look into that.
Yeah,
I want to find out
I'm
why.
about to do.
Yeah, I want to find out why just the Denver airport is like. I mean, I know as far as the bunkers go, they're everywhere. The urinals could be. There's a reason why there's always short toilets in public bathrooms, and floor urinals in public bathrooms, and short urinals, and that's for little people, for people with dwarfism. So that could tie into that urinal being there for everybody, whether you're 7'2" or 3.3 foot, one, so that could tie into that, just kind of like doing a broad spectrum of different sizes and stuff like that. So that could go to that. It is an interesting theory though. But as far as the different, I mean, United States, it's full of different, from our currency to our White House to a lot of the natural museums. A lot of that stuff is full of little eggshells or Easter eggs, that depict on some kind of conspiracy theory out there. So if I'm not mistaken, that mural has depictions of dead children in it too. So check that out. See what that. Let's see what that. That's all. I don't know your code. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I didn't see it. But check that out and see. Look at the specifically the murals, the horse, the demonic horse with the red eyes, and the New World Order plaque.
All right. So you were talking about money.
Mm-hmm. Currency.
The new money that's been printed in the past 15 years. You notice the strip on it.
Yeah.
That's so when you walk through metal detectors, they know how much money you're carrying on you, with the exception of $1 bills and change. They have a rough amount. They
How
get a
much
rough
your
count.
big bills are.
Yeah.
I go through metal detectors all the time at courthouses and stuff. I wonder if they do that. What would be the reason for that? Why would they need to know? I know why they want to know, why they want you to register like your guns and stuff like that, so they can, there's a database on everybody who has guns in case they have to come get them or whatever. But what would be the reason for them to know how much money you have on you at that time?
Maybe they want to keep track of how much U.S. currency is being carried out of the country.
Makes sense. So like in airports and train stations and stuff like that. So they're not just trying to find out the color of my underwear. They
No.
also want to know how much dinero I have on me. That's very disturbing. Do you see in the murals with dead children on them?
I'm looking for it. This is the first one.
Can you widen?
Oh, there's one.
Oh yeah, there is dead children in there. Holy, is that as wide as it'll go? Oh, there you go. Make sure she is. She is dead.
Yeah, she's in the coffin holding
She's
flowers.
She is dead. Why is there dead children?
All of this could be depicting like a plague or something from.
That may be what it is. We're really going to have to. I'm interested now. Oh look, John just sent us one
Yeah, I'm not
depicting
looking at that
war and stuff. That's too funny. I'm gonna. Uh-oh. What's going on here? How do we get this back?
Macy, come here, please.
Technical issues. Technical issues. I know it's not dead. I think the screen just went off. I got to figure out how to get it back on. Oh, there it is. I bet you have to unlock, maybe. Can you
This thing
come
just
over here
went black, and could you get it back
and
to
get this back to YouTube for me?
Macy's also technical support.
Yeah, she's also technical support. Look at you. That's exactly where I wanted it to. You rock. You're okay. I don't care what Stephanie says.
Someone.
Wow. Thanks, I guess.
Thanks, I guess.
I don't know if I should take that compliment.
That's right. On my part, you should.
Thank you.
So yeah, there's pictures of war. There's that's kind of like a cultural thing there.
Well, they all are, if you noticed.
Yeah. And they're very, very pretty. But I want to dive into that. I want to look into this, not just because of this discussion, but I want to know what's up about what these different things are, and why just the Denver airport. You have to, let you do that. You have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
bring it up.
Screensaver or something.
Yeah.
These are very
But some of them are pretty dark.
Yeah.
Like this guy here, he's wearing a gas mask. See, look at everything there. He's got a sword.
Well, the sword alone is kind of telling you what area, what region he
Yeah.
is from.
Yeah.
That's a scimitar. That's a very Middle Eastern.
Right. Right. And the gun, and then the gas mask. I mean, yeah, that's kind of crazy. This is John. This is. I was thinking maybe there was nothing to this, but yeah, there really is.
Well, there's more.
Something going on with the Denver National Airport. I want to check this out. I didn't really think about it. I actually meant to do some research on it because he had mentioned it last week, and I have no excuse. I completely forgot. I did 100% completely forgot all about it, and so I want to do some
Oh yeah, wow.
depth research on the Denver, on these different. Oh, it's a dead baby. Wow, and she's crying. The mom's crying. And he said something about the horse. Can you look that up?
Yeah. Well, this is kind of interesting right here at the end of the scimitar.
And the statue, the demonic horse statue in front of the airport with glowing red eyes. And he said part of the statue fell and killed the artist that created it. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of like drinking from the skull of Nostradamus there.
Right? No doubt. So yeah, we definitely want to depict this. Oh, a dove. Wow.
Yeah, which symbolizes what normally?
Is it killing the dove?
Well, look at the end of the blade.
Yeah. And look at his eyes there. His eyes
Yeah.
are like closed and everything. So is that the killing of Christianity or?
Well, I mean, that's the biggest representation of a white dove.
Yeah. The
Was
only
when
thing it's
Jesus
missing
was
is
baptized and
a olive leaf or olive branch in its mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting. I definitely want to delve into this. Like I said, not just because of this series, because I had no idea. And this is.
Now, I'm not saying that is exactly what it depicts. That was just the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that.
If there's a dove there going down. Its eyes are closed, and the soldier that we were speaking of, you guys can look this up too. You don't have to take our word for it. Look it up and look at the murals. What did you put in your search engine there?
Denver International Airport.
Right, Denver International Airport / murals. But the end of the sword is sticking into the bird, into the dove, and he's a soldier with a gas mask, a sword, and an automatic rifle. So, I mean,
Wow.
there's not a whole bunch of question to that. I mean, that's the killing of Christianity. So yeah, definitely going to delve into that. John, I apologize that we didn't. If
No,
you look
we
at
got-
the murals
we
that
got-
are throughout the airport, they are very disturbing. They depict a great war into peace. Yeah, they do. They the depiction there is a plague, Rona maybe. They say that mural is, like I said, creepy. Yeah, I agree. Really creepy. It's crazy. Yeah, I definitely want to. We'll make that our mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is to delve into the Denver
Um,
National Airport and look at some of these different. The sword is killing a dove. Yeah, it really is. You can see that. I mean, and there's a lot of dead kids. It's
I
kind of got
wouldn't
me.
go as far. I mean, I've seen 2 or 3.
And the baby, and the dead baby with the mom crying and everything. That's crazy.
Well, I mean,
What are we-
unfortunately, it is reality.
I wonder if it's
in a lot of places.
I wonder if it's sickness or if it's depicting wartime.
Well, it's in the same mural as a soldier with a dove.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he's wearing a gas mask, so maybe that's what it is. It's depicting chemical warfare. So I don't know. That's really interesting. I knew there was some questionable stuff there because I'd heard about that horse. Did you find anything on the horse?
I haven't looked that up yet. I
Okay.
kind of got.
Yeah, no doubt. You see the dove getting slashed. You kind of lose train of thought there. It's crazy go nuts, man. Crazy go nuts. Yeah, that looks pretty demonic. I'm not gonna lie. Why's he got to have red eyes?
Well, it's actually the eyes are.
Lights. Is it really tall? Maybe that's why there's lights, because they have to at an airport. If there's something that's really tall,
That's a good point.
yeah, it has to be lit up. It has to have a flashing light, or so that the planes can see it. Within so many miles, I think it is, so many yards or miles. Like if you are driving through a town, like on the interstate, and when you're close to an airport, you'll notice like power lines will either have these orange cylinders,
Oh, yeah, it's
or bright orange balls on them.
If that gives you any idea of the size of it. So.
Oh yeah, it's huge. So that may be the cause of the red eyes. It's because it's letting planes see. It is huge. There's a couple of men. Go back down. There's a couple of men in a crane. Well, you can show them. Show them how. Look, that'll kind of give them an idea of how big it is. See the two guys in the crane? They're like a third of his leg. So, yeah, it's pretty huge. And after that, do the New World Order marriage to the airport. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely want to kind of dive into the Denver airport now. I want to go there. I might have to do a little road trip. Where's Denver at? Colorado?
Yep.
Yeah, Colorado. I've been through there, but I've never been to the airport. I've never had to fly, or that I know of. I may have when I was really young, but I don't think I've ever been to the Denver airport. In obtainable memory, I have not been to the Denver airport.
There's also gargoyles there, but gargoyles are
Gargoyles are
quite
everywhere.
often considered guardians.
Yeah.
So, guardians of what would be the question in this particular case?
I guess user preference, because they're all over New York and Los Angeles and stuff like that too. There's a lot of that.
Okay, so Denver International Airport was it opened in 1995,
Okay.
and from what this is saying, these have been there since it opened.
So they were built with it.
That's the impression that I'm getting. I can't say that for certain, but
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of delve into this one.
okay. Let me see.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I want to definitely do more research on this before I start talking about something that I don't really know.
Yeah, let's
anything
table this
about.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea? Okay, there it goes. I was off into the camera
What do you?
trying to get it back, but I don't see anything.
Macy, come here, please.
Again. We're gonna get her to show us.
She's
how
about
do
to
it
get
this
ill.
time. Yeah, she's gonna get ill as.
Hey, stay happy, sweetie. Okay. Be happy. Hey, you.
Somebody made it go away. I don't know who,
I wonder
but
who.
show me how to do it in case it happens again, because it doesn't have a very much of a timer on it.
It's
Oh,
just my
just-
thumbprint.
Just hold that. Okay, got you.
Just like keep on tapping it if it goes a little dark.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to do that, but then I get to talking and I kind of lose it. So.
I'm gonna hang out in here.
But,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome.
Everybody thank Macy for bringing it back.
Thank you,
Twice.
Macy. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So let's table Denver. We're going to actually do our homework this time, like we were supposed to do this past week, and really get into that, because I definitely want to get more into these murals and that horse and the NWO reference and stuff like that. So,
All right.
we will definitely. Perhaps the dead children represent the killing of innocents. Possibly.
Yes.
There is a lot of what's it called when something represents something? A lot of, I guess, innuendos there on
Well,
different,
the thing is, it's art.
there's a kitty cat.
One person's interpretation can be completely different than
Exactly.
somebody else's.
There may be something completely
So-
innocent about that, or just the way someone depicted that particular mural or something. So, but we will dive into that. I definitely want to now because I'm super interested now, and I've seen enough to kind of torque my interest.
Man, it's crazy to say it, but 1995 was such a different time than now.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
I just don't know if people can get away with putting those images up now.
I don't think. Yeah. There's so much butt hurt now that I don't think that a lot of that would be allowed.
I mean, I've noticed on a lot of
And I'm surprised that some of those images I saw, I'm surprised are even allowed to stay there.
Well, I mean, it's funny. You think about the, I think I mentioned this last week. You really think about the lyrics to some of these songs we've been singing since we were children.
Yeah.
Ring Around the Rosie, that's a song about the plague.
Right. Exactly.
Anyways,
Why the line "Ring Around the Rosie"?
I can't remember that one, but Pocket Full of Posies, when they would bury a body, they would stuff the pockets full of posies for the smell.
Yeah,
And
for smallpox,
yeah,
they would have a red spots on their bodies, faces, chest, arms, whatever, and they would always be a red halo around that spot.
Okay.
And that was the Ring Around the Rosie spot.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why it's Ring Around the Rosie. But yeah, it's pretty dark. A lot of those nursery rhyme songs, if you go back and look at them, there's several of them that are really, really, really dark. And a lot of songs, they used to, nowadays, I think people just write songs a lot depicting upon their own life and everything. But back in the day, a lot of those stuff, you had stuff like backward masking and these little Easter eggs in different songs like Hotel California, for example.
Oh yeah.
I asked him to bring up my wine, and he says, I haven't had that spirit here since 1969. What happened in 1969?
Anton LaVey founded the Satanic
No,
Church.
that's when he died.
Anton LaVey?
Yeah, died in 1969. Not Anton LaVey, Aleister Crowley.
Yeah,
That's
but
what that song's
that's
talking
also
about.
the year I believe Anton LaVey founded the Satanic Church.
And that's what they were talking about was Aleister Crowley. He hasn't had that spirit here since 1969.
Okay, yeah, that's
We're programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. So yeah.
all right. Next conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happened September 10th, 2001?
September 10th, 2001. That's one day before 9/11. What happened?
Man goes before the Senate and announces, hey, our country is missing $1 trillion. Where to go? Wanted answers. Next day. Yeah, we all know what happened. But yeah, it was it's just
What is the insinuation?
timing.
Red herring or?
Maybe. Anyways, it's funny that $1 trillion, that's no small amount of money.
That's a lot of money.
And then the biggest terrorist attack on U.S. soil ever happens within 24 hours.
Well, I mean, it's not unheard of for different events to happen to take
It's smoking
attention.
Yeah.
Attention away from other events.
There's a certain female senator who has pretty much ran the country before. She's really good at it. Really good.
So yeah, makes you wonder.
She's also the most prolific serial killer in modern times.
Who are we talking about? Can you say?
Well, I don't want to die.
I don't either. Not
I
yet.
think everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I don't have a clue who he's talking about. I don't know. So if anyone's listening, that's
Nope.
I don't have a clue. Thank you. You saved me from the wrath of Maisie.
I'm serious. My daughter's about to get upset. Kid, when I'm calling out here to do this.
She's in there doing her own thing, and we're in here calling her to
Mhm.
do tech support. We didn't tell her at the beginning of the show that she was going to be the producer tonight.
She's a junior team member,
That's right.
and she'll be all right.
So, you might have anything to say on that? Was 9/11 a red herring? It just pops up.
That's great.
They don't have to see that though. Thank goodness. They just see our ugly mugs. Well,
Mhm.
my ugly mug. You're
No,
handsome.
ours.
You're pretty handsome. I'm just old.
There's no conspiracy there.
You know that there was there's no conspiracy. That's a fact. There was something I don't remember what it was, but I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and they were talking about an event. This is not conspiracy theory. They were talking about something that happened in 2002, and the girl said 21 years ago in 2002, and when she said that, she stopped and she said, "Holy crap! 2002 was 21 years ago."
Mm-hmm.
And it was. Can y'all believe that? 2002. 2000 even was 23 years ago. How crazy is that? 20 years ago. So what else? I don't guess anyone wants to talk about that, man.
Everyone?
No.
Who's on?
There's 6 people on. Y'all give us a heads up or count real quick. Does everybody say hey? Type in hello and hit enter. Hello, enter. HELLO, enter. Right now they're saying, we're not stupid, Johnny. We know how to spell, Johnny.
Right.
Just want to make sure you're still here, because if you're not, then that just means we're talking about. There's a ghost that just walked past your window.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There was?
It was glowing. Do you have any sensitive or reactive animals? Do you have any radioactive animals?
No.
Whatever it was glowing.
Oh, really?
And
there it is again.
Did you see it again?
Uh-huh. There it is again.
There's a ghost.
Oh.
It's a ghost.
Its hair looks great.
Its hair look great.
Yeah, we call that one Trouble Mouse.
Trouble Mouse. Yep. Oh God, the ghost is coming in.
Uh-huh. Probably gonna be ill about something. Yeah.
It has a hellhound with it.
Mm-hmm.
A ghost just walked in
Mm-hmm.
with a hellhound.
It gets wild here at Soul Cleaver Ranch.
We may all die.
I
I don't know if there's anybody on right now. I think we may have scared everybody off with the whole 9/11 thing.
Why didn't anybody ever want to talk about that anymore? See,
I know.
that's just how the powers that be get people to forget about
Because we stopped
history.
talking about it. We stopped asking questions. Like the guy in Vegas that shot all the people from the hotel room. We just quit talking
let's
about
talk
it.
about that one.
We just stopped talking about all this stuff. What happens? Why do we just forget it? Why do we have such a small attention span? I think if we asked more questions. I saw that light out there and I was like, okay, Stephanie's inside, but yet I still see what I saw earlier. But
I'm gonna say this.
why do we do that? Why don't we ask questions? Why don't we press the issue? Why don't we demand more?
Why is it when someone comes up with an alternate theory, it's immediately shut down? No one considers possibilities. Okay,
Yeah,
let's talk about that hotel shooter.
Why does it always go water burning whenever something happens like that?
Do you know how many rifles he had in that room?
How many?
Over 50.
Yeah.
Do you
How
know
much
he
ammunition do
built
you have?
a sniper platform in that room and somehow managed to cut off security cameras?
Mm-hmm.
No military training. How do you walk 50-something plus rifles into your hotel room, building
How do you
supplies
walk one
for a
rifle?
sniper platform, ammo, and cut off the security cameras without anybody seeing anything.
Now, I do know that he did have access to a VIP entrance.
How VIP are we talking here?
But that still doesn't explain. He still had to pass eyes. He still had to pass people.
But you're talking about a hotel with luggage and hanging bags that could be laid over a cart to take up. I mean,
What about the building supplies he had to get in there to build a sniper
We're
platform?
talking about luggage and people staying.
And the
there.
noise that had to have made too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it
There's a lot
actually
of
would be very
noise.
easy.
And he was, I think the biggest thing with him was they were talking about the bump stock. Are we really down to four? No one say anything. I really don't think we have anybody.
I don't know if we're connected.
I don't either.
I mean, it says live, but
Did we lose our feed?
I don't know. Let me know.
Is anybody out there? Is anybody on?
Maybe this is froze up or something. I don't know.
Maybe that's what's going on.
Oh.
It's frozen. I think it has. Look,
Yep. Lord knows that means we've been sitting here talking for,
and people have been saying stuff, and we haven't been listening.
well, because we
didn't
can't
know.
see it.
How do we refresh this, Stephanie?
Refresh.
Oh, that says we're having technical issues. Yep, we are. So we've been.
I've been sitting here staring at that same screen for 20 minutes.
It would still have recorded y'all.
Yeah, it's still recording us, but anyway.
So they've said
I'm
quite
just
a
throwing
bit.
out a theory on that
You're
one.
welcome, Paratine. You may see subliminal messaging. I have always thought Osama bin Laden was a crisis actor. It's a convenient. They said they buried him at sea and didn't tell us he had been killed until months after he was supposedly shot.
Okay, talking about Osama bin Laden's burial at sea. Not one sailor
Yeah, they're not.
has been found that witnessed that funeral. Not one. Somebody had to have seen it.
Let's see what this.
And wasn't he already on dialysis?
We're here. Okay, up to sending those. Calendar hacked again. I didn't send this. Okay, yeah. I was wondering. Ah, shoot. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. That's okay. I can fix it now. More technical issues here. Folks.
Anyway.
You're still being recorded, but I just don't think they're seeing it right now. No, I don't want you. I don't want you either.
I'm trying to look.
Yeah, I think this is. Oh yeah, we have to have an ID. Can you do this, Stephanie?
Here.
We're I don't think we're on anymore.
I don't know. It still says.
Yeah, no, but I don't think they're seeing us. It's still recording. It's not going to stop recording until we say. It's not going to stop the live until we tell it to. But I don't think they're actually seeing it. We don't see that on here. We see what we're doing live because it's on here. But like on someone else's phone or something, you'd see it's just either a blank screen or we're frozen. So if you are hearing us, give us just a second.
Yeah, it's still recording. It's off though. It's been off this whole time.
The show is off.
John just sent a message and said he can now see you again.
He can see us?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure what happened there, guys. I think that was actually on YouTube's end because we are still seeing everything go. And now I'm getting a live shot now. See, that's me fixing this. So I am getting a live shot again. I sent them a direct message. Yeah, we got it. I can see you. All right.
Somebody got it.
Hillary Hintland. Hillary Hellington, I guess is the way John said that.
Yeah, that one.
We didn't say that. We didn't say that name.
No,
We
I'm
read
only
that
repeating
name.
what I've heard.
We're reading off of comments. We don't have a clue who said that. The name is not on there, so. And that's a lie, but it's none of your business. But yeah, why don't we do that? Let's talk about that for a second. Why don't we
Oh, the water thing.
oh, I thought it was me for a minute there.
No.
Damn, it's happening without my knowledge now.
Wow.
You know you're old then. But why don't we do that? How much of that is short attention, and how much of that is not really wanting to know? Do you think that we walk away or stop thinking about or start talking about or stop questioning stuff because we're scared of the answers?
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
are the answers frightening? Sometimes terrifying.
Yeah.
Um,
But do you think that
does that mean
fuels-
that I'm not? Does that mean that I don't want to know the answers? No, that is not what that means.
I agree. I want to know the answers too.
I
But
think people are more afraid of being labeled
you know what? I agree with that.
by even speaking about it. I've noticed on certain streaming apps, you're not allowed to say certain words. They blank them out if they're said.
Mhm.
Well, this is very easy. If they can control how you speak, they control how you think. In a generation's time, if you can't think, if you can't articulate an idea in your own mind, you can't even think of it. If you have no way of even saying it in your own head, you're limited on what you
I
can
agree
think
with that.
about. You're limited on what you can speak about. And I've been noticing a lot that certain words are not allowed to be said. Literally, you can be watching a podcast or something and they will blank out. For instance, the word rhymes with grape and it's a terrible act. I have heard it be blanked out so many times.
Yeah.
It's like they want people to forget what that word means.
There's a FedEx guy at the door. They're trying to stop us from talking about the subject. We started talking about that, and it did start messing up. We're programmed not to feel comfortable with thinking outside the box. But here's my
and that right there, it's all fear based.
yeah. Here's my query though. Everybody that I talk to, I mean, and I know I live in Alabama. We're Republican. Right wing state. I understand that, but not just in Alabama, but anybody that I talk to that doesn't live in Alabama. But most of the people that I talk to, no matter what side of the aisle you're on as far as politics goes, because I think that's all irrelevant anyway. Excuse me. Tom Harris for president, by the way. But that's my little political part. Go to my Facebook, you'll see the campaign. But I think that everybody that I talk to about not just who shot JFK and are aliens real and the Men in Black and Grays and all that stuff like that. Tom Harris for president. That's right. But everybody that I talk to says they want to know the answers.
Well, of course.
You know, they want to know, and they're willing to ask the questions. But why don't we? Where does it go? I understand being labeled as something, you know, like you're not going to say anything about certain situations because you don't want to be labeled as a racist, or you don't want to say anything about certain situations because you don't want to be labeled a hemophobe or homophobe. Is hemophobe? Not scared of blood, that's hemophobe, but homophobe. Which I think is a stupid name. I don't know who came up with that, but it's a really stupid name. But anyway,
It's all fear based.
yeah, why don't we ask those questions? And we do ask those questions because we want to know. You know, Benghazi and stuff like that. Everybody was like up in arms, but then it just fades out. It just goes away, and we don't think about it anymore. You know, we stop asking questions about it. And I think they know that beforehand because they know that they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it, because they know sooner or later we're just going to stop talking about it. We're just going to forget all about it. You know, something else is going to happen.
Well,
you know,
and in the
Russia's going to attack Ukraine, you know, or piece of crap monsters from the desert are going to fly planes into a building in New York City. You know, they know this stuff is going to happen. Some of this stuff that happens because I think they allow it or create it, and they know that we're going to stop talking about this stuff because this event here has a much bigger mushroom cloud than this event here that we were asking questions about. You know, so why do we stop asking those questions? Why don't we keep going forward? Because everybody I talk to wants to know the answers.
But they also, especially now in this day and age, in the past 2.5 years, we've been so divided. We don't know who we're going to offend. We don't know who we're going to, I love this word, trigger.
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah.
Not really. People, public service announcement. Listen really closely, okay? Put down your phone, turn off your TV, walk outside and talk to your neighbor, and you will quickly find out we are not as divided as what they say we are. Everything we're being told is fear-based. The commercials you watch, the news, everything makes you afraid. Seriously, look into it. Let's stop believing everything we're seeing on this little box. Go talk to your neighbors. We are not as divided as what people think we are. Yeah, it all boils down to we're afraid to offend our neighbor with just our opinion. When I was coming up, I don't want to sound like an old man, but you know, it was okay to have a different opinion. And if you heard someone's different opinion, you didn't fall on the ground, curl up like a ball, and start screaming and crying. Literally have seen it.
I think that ties into the biggest conspiracy theory of all. Out of all the conspiracy theories out there, the biggest one is why do we stop? Why are we afraid of that? Why don't we keep going with it? And I think that's we've been fashioned to do that, so they've been fashioned to use that. And I think as long as we do, then that's going to be the outcome every single time. So I like what you just said. Let's put down this stuff. Let's stop buying into it and you know, quit being blinded by the redness of the herring and actually get out there and talk about this stuff. And what do we do though? I mean, what is our win game? What do we? It used to be we could vote. That was the thing that we could do. That was our only power, which was a great power back in the day. But it's not so much anymore. It's not a great power anymore. We don't have that power anymore because that can be manipulated, and it has been on both sides. So, you know, what is our like I said, our win game? What do we do? What is our weapon to walk or to demand that these questions get answered, and that to finally say that we deserve answers, that we deserve questions answered, that we deserve knowledge of everything that's going on, and quit deciding for us what's best for us to know and what's not best for us to know. And because at the end of the day, we hired they, and everybody know who's they are. You know, it's not necessarily the answer is Tom Harris for president. I agree 100%. Tom Harris for president. The term conspiracy theory was invented by the CIA, hey Bill, to discredit people that question the agreed upon narrative. We have more in common than we disagree with. You know what? That's absolutely true. And this kind of goes back to a little bit to 9/11. There was a and you won't find it now. I've looked for it, but there was a video during 9/11 that they actually were incorporated into a movie. They put this into a movie, but it wasn't a terrorist attack. It was a volcano eruption. I think the tar pits erupted or something. I can't remember the name of the movie, but there was a scene in this movie that was much like a scene that happened during 9/11, where in the movie it was a little kid saying it, but in reality during 9/11 it was an adult male saying it. But do you remember it towards the end there, after the collapse and all the soot and ash and everything went everywhere?
You mean the demolition?
No, I mean the collapse.
Yeah, no.
When the buildings collapsed.
Yeah.
And the big cloud engulfs Manhattan.
I'll have to show
and
you
all that.
the
Yeah, but
video
there
slow
was
down. But go
yeah,
ahead.
there was a there was a man there. He says he turns and looks at the reporter and he says, "Wait, look," and everybody kind of looks over and he says, "We're all the same color." And it was so riveting and so powerful in that moment because everybody's got this soot and everything all over them and everything, and everybody's the same color. And to me, if we can get together like that during something like that, let's take for example Selma, Alabama. It was just hit. By the way, let's add those to the prayer list too. Is everyone that was affected by the recent tornadoes in central Alabama, Selma, Mulberry, Shady Grove, I think, or Shady Lane, or something like that. All this, I don't know everywhere that it was hit right off the top of my head. I was looking at it today, but everybody that was affected, lives that were lost, families that were torn apart, property that was damaged and destroyed. Add all that to our prayer list too, because those people need a lot of help. There's a lot of organizations out there. All you got to do is Google it. Please go, and if you've got some time and some experience with a chainsaw, go help these people out because they need it. It's still today. It's not, everything's not cleaned up. That don't happen the next day. All right, but add those to our prayer list too, John, if you would. But Selma in the past 15, 20 years has developed the nickname, the Divided City, because it was divided completely, and because of some city leaders and city planners and uppities, and the down to the bottom of the totem pole, but just completely divided. During all this that happened in Selma, downtown Selma and Old Town, where all these houses, y'all was looking at it, a video that someone from Selma did with a drone, and I was just tears streaming out of my eyes because some of the historic places that we've investigated as a team are just gone and destroyed. And the whole atmosphere there now, whoever you talk to from Selma, that everything that's going on there, when you talk to someone and ask them about it, the whole atmosphere now is that everybody's coming together. It's not a city divided anymore. It's a city united, and everybody's neighbors are helping neighbors, and blacks and browns and whites and reds and whatever. They're all coming together, and they're helping each other out. They're doing what it takes to get everybody as close to normalcy as possible. So seeing that during 9/11, seeing what's happening in central Alabama, where everybody's coming together, and different churches. I was talking to someone today. I don't have their permission to say their names, so I'm not going to. But I was talking to someone today about it. They were saying that how so many different churches, so many different denominations are coming together and putting care packages together, like blankets and personal care products and household, brooms, mops, all kinds of stuff, cleaning supplies, stuff like that. They're putting all this stuff together and they're helping each other by distributing, stuff out. My Facebook has a couple links that you can go to if you do need help, that you can hit those links and it'll take you to those different churches that are helping out. One in particular in Prattville, I can say that it's Prattville Church of Christ. I personally don't agree with their standings on religion, but I do love the fact that they've come together and done that. And if we can do that, if we can come together as a people, especially in the South, because that's what we're known for, come together as a people during a disaster or something like that, then why can't, or terrorist attack or whatever the case may be, then why can't we do that whenever that threat is right in our own front door? Why can't we do that whenever administrations and stuff like that become threats? Why can't we come together? And I wish we could. I really do. So, but we're going to, I still agree with John, though, the answer to everything, all the problems that we face today is Tom Harris for president of the U.S. We're running that campaign. Y'all write his name in 2024, Tom Harris for president. I like his hang 'em all campaign theory. I like that. I think we should go back to that. Really do. Anyway, thank you guys for such an awesome show. Thank you, Joey, for being here tonight. We're going to go again next week, and if you would like, we would like for you to join us again.
Yeah, right here. Who is us?
He always says yes. Us, CAPI.
Oh, okay.
CAPI Live, CAPI family.
All right.
It's not just me.
Right.
Did you think you were just talking to me tonight?
Well, we are divided.
We are divided. We are. Very much divided.
Yeah.
Have you seen the tattoos on this guy?
Tattoos.
Cultural, age, everything is different. He's like yin and I'm like yang. I'm not even yang. I'm the circle around the yin and the yang.
That's what
That
holds it all
white
together,
part.
though.
Maybe that's where I was going with it.
Well, probably stupid punch.
Thank you guys so much. We would really love you guys for the biggest conspiracy is the human race. There is only one. We would be unstoppable if we looked beyond the color of our skin. Not just the color of our skin, but our religious beliefs and political beliefs and everything. If we could just look beyond all that crap and because I mean, you talk about politics and stuff, but religion is the worst thing ever.
Oh, we're getting there. We're
definitely
coming
going
up
to
to
get
that.
there. Yep. But we are going to definitely look into the Denver airport. We're going to get a little bit more info on that because I'm really interested in that. I'm definitely going to be doing some studying up on that. I know Joey is. Joey's got a couple more that he's already been on. We're going to get started on those as well. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you, Joey. You'll have both of us again next week, whether it be together or satellite or whatever. We'll figure that out. But you guys too. Y'all was not very active tonight. Y'all are usually a lot more active. So I want to see the color of our skin is the only difference. Amen. Insane disappearances. I agree. And we need to get past that because that means absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. I'll go into more of the experiences I had growing up in Selma later, but yeah, thank you guys so much. We will see you guys next Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will still continue on. I think we have maybe a couple more of these to go. We have another guest that's going to be coming on, not next week, but the following week, because I'm not ready to get rid of this guy yet to get the next one in here. So love you guys. We may even have both of them at one time. Who knows? It's crazy. Go nuts. It could just go anyway. But love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great, awesome paranormal week. I want you to do me one favor sometimes during this next week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make somebody smile. Just give them a reason to grin and bear all their ivories, because that's exactly what we need most of right now is more smiles. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. God bless and good night.
See ya.
Not giving me an option to stop.